It's really a great pleasure for me to be able to welcome you all here. My name is Caroline Zucker. I'm chair of the Sarasota County School Board. And I would love to have the opportunity to be here for the swearing in of a new officer. At one time, we had 20 of you at one time. It's been great. I think our force is really developing. I'm so proud of what we've been able to accomplish over the last 2 years. So again, I'd like to welcome us and to the swearing in of Richard, Rick, or Ricky, whichever you prefer, Taylor, as a new SRO officer for Sarasota County Police Department. Thank you. Okay. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Jody Dumas, Chief Operating Officer. I have a script here, which I didn't even realize.
All right, well, welcome everybody today. It's certainly my honor to be part of the swearing-in ceremony for Officer Taylor. I had the opportunity to meet him the other day over in the office, the SRO office, the police department, and learned a little bit about his background. And what a wonderful story of somebody who worked for the district, was a behavior specialist, got a position with the sheriff's department, and is able to come back with our police force. I think that's just a wonderful story, and I think it. As I've always kind of looked at what staffing looks like in departments, I've always felt pretty strongly that I think a department is really best when you've got a diverse staffing model. And so you've got people who've got a ton of experience, who have been in a career for a while, and then you've got really younger people coming in. And I think that's a good meshing of people to create a department that just is ready to soar. And so when I see Officer Taylor coming in and I look at the rest of the department, I think he's a great match at the right time, and going to be a wonderful addition to our department here in Sarasota County Schools. And I see Deb is here in the audience today, and one of the things I'm most proud of is how quick this department has come along in terms of integration at the school sites, integration with school culture. I know that's not an easy thing to do, to integrate a new department, but we were talking yesterday, and Deb was teaching me a little bit about the gatekeeper process, and Baker acting, and that whole process with students, and so I learned a ton. But before I left, I asked her, I said, Deb, how are things going with the police department? Do we feel like SROs at schools are on the same page with our gatekeeper teams and our school psychologists, and are we making good decisions for kids? And she says, yes, we are. So that made my heart feel good. So I want to thank everybody sitting here today. Tim, your leadership as chief in that department, I think we're really starting to integrate with each and every school and creating just a wonderful web of security for our students here in Sarasota County Schools. So congratulations. With that, let me introduce Chief Enos today to take us through the rest of the swearing-in ceremony.
Well, thank you very much. I won't be shaking any hands today, as I'm just getting over the flu, so I think that's a benefit for you, as I would like to shake your hands today, but I think that we need Rick to be at work tomorrow, so actually, well, not tomorrow, but on Monday. But as I come up here in order to swear in another officer with the agency, it's my pleasure to be able to do this. One of the things that we look at as we looking for candidates is somebody that really has a knowledge of working with students, somebody that has a working knowledge of what it means to be able to give back to the community, what it means to be able to be part of the school system, what it means to be able to go the extra mile for the people that really are our future, which are our children in Sarasota County. And with that, we got an amazing applicant. If Rick will come forward, I'll tell you a little bit about him real quick. He is. You can get a little bit closer, but not that close. No. You're at your own risk with this. I'm just letting you know. Let's see. I'm going to read a little bit about him. Rick, we'll call him Rick, is the son of a Marine turned police sergeant and a woman who's been supportive of his son's decisions, stood by him through thick and thin. Originally from Indiana, is a Chicago Cubs fan.
Yes, I am.
Well, okay. Yeah, and they did win recently, so that they did take care of the drought, the longest in World Series champions history. You left up north in order to come down here where you met your wife, Megan. You've been married for 7 years, have a beautiful 5-year-old named Kendall. Before going to law enforcement, you were a school teacher at local elementary schools, including Oak Park, Wilkinson, and Atwater. You moved into the position of behavioral specialist at Atwater. You are a very, very patient person when it talks about helping students in crisis. And ultimately, our position as a school resource officer is somebody that goes the extra mile in order to help the kids achieve their greatest potential. And that is what today is very, very meaningful us at the department and for the school district, because we're always looking to hire people that understands what it really takes our most vulnerable students to be able to make them achieve their highest level of education and goals. You've always wanted to go into teaching, but that you also wanted to change people's lives. You got hired by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. You were working as a patrol deputy, and you came and you interviewed for the position of a school resource officer because you believe that this would be a position that would help you change children's lives and also do something that you loved, which was be a police officer. We believe you'll be an amazing asset to our department, and what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and swear you in and do your badge pinning. So who is coming up to...
It's going to be my wife, Megan, and my daughter, Kendall.
Okay, if you go ahead and hold that up. Put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. The law enforcement oath of honor. On my honor,
On my honor,
I will never betray my badge,
I will never betray my badge,
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
or public trust.
or public trust.
I will always have the courage to hold myself
I will always have the courage to hold myself
and others
and others
accountable for our actions.
accountable for our actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution,
I will always uphold the Constitution,
my community,
my community,
and the agency I serve.
and the agency I serve.
I state your name,
I, Rick Taylor,
a citizen of the state of Florida
a citizen of the state of Florida
and of the United States of America,
and the United States of America.
and being employed by the Sarasota County School Board,
Sorry, say that again.
and being employed by the Sarasota County School Board,
And being employed by the Sarasota County School Board
and a recipient of public funds.
and a recipient of public funds.
As such an employee,
As such an employee,
do solemnly swear that I will,
do solemnly swear that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
uphold,
uphold,
protect, and defend
protect, and defend
the constitutions of the state of Florida
the constitutions of the state of Florida
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
I further swear
I further swear
that I will,
that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
enforce the laws,
enforce the laws,
policies, and procedures
policies, and procedures
as enacted by the Sarasota County School Board,
enacted by the Sarasota County School Board,
Sarasota County,
Sarasota County,
the state of Florida,
state of Florida,
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
I will maintain the highest level of integrity,
I will maintain the highest level of integrity,
service, and excellence
service, and excellence
as expected
as expected
of a Sarasota County Schools police officer.
as a Sarasota County School police officer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The police badge is a visible sign that the wearer is a person of integrity, character, and courage, as well as an example of the commitment to the sworn oath of the officer has taken. Are you okay?
No,
To serve and protect, and a means of connecting police officers to the community that entrusts them with providing for their safety and security. You have the honor of pinning the badge on one of your officers.
I can do it. There we go. Sorry. easy to put on.
Sweet.
Anytime now.
Yeah. Can't feel. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And now, if I would have Superintendent Mitzi Corcoran come to say a few words.
Do I need to sit down?
You get to stand right in the middle, though.
So I'll make sure.
You're the center of attention this morning. So I would like to welcome Officer Taylor and his family to our family here at Sarasota County Schools. Based upon your sense of humor during your pinning ceremony, I think you'll be a great fit in our schools. So while we are an education institution, the safety of our students, staff, and schools is at the forefront of what we do every day. I am confident that with your dual education and training and instruction and in law enforcement, Officer Taylor will proudly take on the professional responsibility of keeping our students and staff safe. I'd like to also thank Chief Enos for his leadership, his command staff, and every one of our school resource officers for their tireless efforts every day in our schools. It is a big job with very precious customers. So that we need to serve, and I very much appreciate their efforts of the entire police department as they develop their relationships with our students and staff in our schools. So thank you all very much. Congratulations to you and welcome aboard.
So that concludes our ceremony, and we'll go ahead and we'll take some pictures. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Family first. There it is.